how are you? I hope you all are doing well and studying well. So children, have you ever been to different places? जब आपके vacations आते हैं, क्या आप अलग अलग जगहों पे घूमने जाते हो? Have you heard about this place called Bhutan? If not, let's read about it so that in your next vacation you can convince your parents to take you there. It's a beautiful place. Okay, so this chapter's name is Bhutan, the Green Heaven. Come on, let's read about this. So prologue says Bhutan is undoubtedly one of the greenest countries in the world. It absorbs more greenhouse gases than it emits. Bhutan clearly a role model to the world in terms of environmental preservation. This chapter will give us an insight about this beautiful country. So इस chapter में इस beautiful country के बारे में बताया, which is one of the most greenest country in the world. और उन्होंने अपने environment को कैसे preserve किया है. Let's read about it. Okay. Before that, let's warm up. Find out 5 interesting facts about Bhutan and share with the class. So आपको अभी Google से या कहीं से भी you have to find 5 things about Bhutan and then discuss with your friends and teacher. Okay. Let's read this chapter now. Alright. I couldn't believe my eyes as we flew over the snowy peaks of Bhutan. It was magnificent. The land of the thunder dragon. Druk Yul is what this small country is called by its people. I had done my research and learned that Bhutan measures 110 miles from north to south and 200 miles from east to west, and yet there are 3 major land regions, plains and river valleys in the south, a mid-Himalayan area to the north of the valley, and then the towering Himalayas themselves. So children, this country Bhutan, okay, the author is telling us that when he flew over the snowy peaks, it was, for him, it was unbelievable. It was so magnificent. The site itself was so beautiful, okay, for him. This Bhutan is also called the land of thunder dragon. और वहाँ के लोग उसको ड्रुक यूल करके भी बुलाते हैं. Okay, and then he's telling us that it measures 110 miles from north to south, 200 miles from east to west, and still मतलब इतना ये होने के बाद भी आप देखोगे कि इस country में सब कुछ है. There are plains, there are rivers, okay, there is the Himalayan range in the north, okay. So we landed at Paro. Paro is the capital of Bhutan, okay, which is not much more than a village. It's a small, the country is also small, okay, and the capital Paro is also small like a village, okay. It does, however, boast of having the only straight mile-long road in Bhutan. On either side of the roads are houses and shops, and of course, Bhutan's oldest hotel, Hotel Olathan. We landed at Paro, which is not much more than a village. So, the airport of this country is situated in Paro, okay? और जो Paro जो है, it's like a small village over there. Alright, और इसी they say that this is the only place where there is a plain road. कि बाकी पूरा hilly area, ज़्यादा करके hilly area, okay? On either side of the road, okay? रोड के सारे sides में है houses and shops, and of course Bhutan's oldest hotel, Hotel Olathan. और वहाँ पे roads के side में you'll find houses, you'll find shops, and there is one of the oldest hotel, okay, of Bhutan, which is called Hotel Olathan. Okay, driving to the country's capital, this country का capital है Thimphu, was a delightful experience. The green grassy slopes, the fragrance of cherry and apple blossoms, and the busy aquamarine river were an awesome sight. So, जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि this is more of a green area. Okay, so there are green grassy slopes, then there are fragrances of the cherry, apple blossoms. तो देखो कितना, it is so full of nature, okay, so full of greenery, okay, and the busy aquamarine river, okay, there is river also over there. Thimphu is a cordial city. It is peaceful in spite of the cars and shops and restaurants. But then, what would a tourist like me do without a taste of the local delicacies and a place to buy souvenirs? to take back for the family. I was quite taken up with the display of archery. It is the national sport and the people take pride in being masters of this ancient art. So, जो थिम्पू है इट्स अ वेरी क्वार्डियल सिटी, काफ़ी शांत सी जगह है, वहाँ पे गाड़ियाँ भी है, वहाँ पे शॉप्स भी है, रेस्टोरेंट्स भी है, फिर भी ओके इट इज़ अ वेरी पीसफुल सिटी. Okay, but जैसे author is visiting that place for the first time, so whenever you visit a new place, जब भी आप कोई नई जगह जाते हो घूमने, तो आप हमेशा वहाँ के लोकल डेलिकेसीज ट्राई करते हो. आपको अलग अलग चीज़ें खाने में मज़ा आता है, टू टेस्ट इट. ओके, सो ही ट्राइज देयर लोकल डेलिकेसीज. फिर वो देखता है कि सुवीनियर्स क्या है, क्योंकि हम जब भी कहीं घूमने जाते हैं और घर वापस जाते हैं तो छोटे छोटे सुवीनियर्स लेके जाते हैं, अपने दोस्तों के लिए लेके जाते हैं, अपने फैमिलीज़ के लिए लेके जाते हैं, अपने घर के लिए लेके जाते. So that's what he goes shopping over there. He tries to find different things. And then what is the most shocking thing or surprising thing for is the display of archery. Archery जो होता है ना अपना तीर कमान जो होता है उसकी चीज़ें जो होती है. So he's quite surprised to see that, pleasantly surprised. And that is their national sport. Archery is the national sport of Bhutan and they take a lot of pride in it. Okay, the best way to see a country like Bhutan is to go on a trek, and that is what I had planned. Trekking in Bhutan is quite different from anywhere else in the Himalayas. The path we took were arduous and long, but worth it. The atmosphere was crisp and cold. We walked through the alpine meadows and rhododendron forests. We passed by crystal clear lakes that seemed as though they had been painted upon emerald green valleys. Okay, so best thing अगर भूटान में आपको घूमने जाना है और भूटान देखना है अच्छे से, तो the best thing to do is to take up a trekking tour. Okay, so that is what the author did. Okay, वो trek पे चला गया and then he passed. It was quite different. जब हिमालयाज में जाते हो, he must have compared his trek with those of Himalaya, and he said it was totally different. Okay, the paths were like he took were arduous and वो काफ़ी लंबे थे. Okay, and but the atmosphere was crisp and cold. Okay, ठंड थी हवा में. और फिर he walked through alpine meadows, फिर rhododendron forest, मतलब जो वहाँ के जैसे deciduous forest होते हैं वैसे ये rhododendron forest है जिससे वो पास किया. He saw crystal clear lakes. Okay, ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे आप उस लेक्स के अंदर ही फाउंड द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ द ट्रीज. तो उसके जैसे लग रहा था कि ये क्रिस्टल के जैसे इट हैज़ बीन पेंटेड विथ एमरल्ड ग्रीन कलर, ऐसे कलर आ रहा था. इट वॉज ऑल अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ द ट्रीज. So children, now quickly track your performance by doing the My Performance Tracker. Answer the questions quickly. Okay, now let's move ahead with the chapter. Bhutan is one of the 10 biodiversity hotspots in the world. Its ecosystem has some of the most exotic plants of the eastern Himalayas. It is believed to have 770 species of birds and over 50 varieties of rhododendrons, numerous medicinal plants, and of course, the most gorgeous orchids. Okay, so बच्चों यहाँ it is like it is one of the 10 biodiversity, मतलब जहाँ पे आपको अलग अलग चीज़ें दिखेंगी नेचर के रिलेटेड. ओके, और it is like the hot spot in this ecosystem of Bhutan. Okay, you will find exotic plants. ऐसे प्लांट्स जो आपने कहीं भी नहीं देखे होंगे. दे आर सो डिफरेंट, सो ब्यूटिफुल, सो एक्सोटिक. ओके, फिर वहाँ पे अराउंड देर आर 770 स्पीशीज ऑफ बर्ड्स. देन देर आर अराउंड 50 varieties of rhododendrons. Then they have lot of medicinal plants. Okay, and of course there is also the gorgeous beautiful orchids. So बच्चों orchids जो होते हैं ना ज़्यादा करके ठंडी जगहों पे होते हैं. Okay, so let's see what he has to tell us further about this beautiful country. The friendly guide informed us with understandable pride that Bhutan is home to numerous endangered and rare species of wildlife. So बच्चों जैसे यहाँ पे if you see it has such beautiful natural things like trees and forests and all. It also has wildlife. Okay, and there are rare species also. I felt privileged to see some of these beautiful creatures, the red panda, the golden langur, and the takin, the national animal of Bhutan. Okay, unfortunately, I did not get a glimpse of the snow leopard and the black bear. The guide also informed us that the black-necked cranes migrate to Bhutan from Central Asia in winter. So, he is telling that he had the opportunity to see the red panda. Okay, then he saw the golden langur, he saw the national animal of Bhutan called takin. Okay, but usko snow leopard देखने का chance नहीं मिला. Okay, or the black bear, which is generally one of those animals which are seen in Bhutan. Okay, and the guide ने उनको ये भी बताया कि the black necked cranes जो होते हैं वो migrate करते हैं भूटान में from Central Asia during the winters. So back in Thimphu, I was fortunate to be able to take part in the most popular of festivals. जब वो थिम्पू ये घूम के थिम्पू आ जाता है तो उस दिन उनका फेस्टिवल होता है विच इज़ कॉल्ड द फेस्टिवल द पारो सेचू. ओके, द पारो सेचू इज द फेस्टिवल. दिस फेस्टिवल ऑनर्स गुरु रिम्पोच. I watched in awe as dancers performed rare and sacred masked dances and sword dances. The cham dances I learned are performed to teach the audience about Buddhism and for protection from misfortunes. So बच्चों देखा आपने कि मतलब हर जगह के एक डिफरेंट कल्चर्स होते हैं, ट्रेडिशंस होते हैं, उनके अपने फोक डांसेस होते हैं. So that's what the author witnessed, the folk dances. He saw the festival, okay, which is to honor Guru Rinpoche. Okay, और फिर उसने देखा कि लोग मास्क पहन के डांस करे, सोर्ड्स के साथ डांस करे. Okay, and then he saw the folk dance also, and which is actually to promote Buddhism, and also that protects them from misfortunes. Okay, an amusing sight was that of clones or atsaras who danced amongst the onlookers and aped the dancers. Sometimes they were heroes, at other times demons or gods or animals. This was entertainment at its best. So यहाँ पे he is discussed about different forms of dances that he has actually witnessed. The most auspicious moment was before sunrise, when there was a sudden clamor as everyone rushed to see the unfurling of the thong drol, a religious picture usually embroidered. I witnessed this ritual on my last day at Thimphu. My guide told me that it was the most auspicious of moments, perhaps a good omen, telling me that I would have to return to this earthly paradise once more. So जैसे ही मतलब उस जिस दिन निकलने वाला था उसी दिन के सुबह बिफोर द सनराइज ही विटनेस द मोस्ट ऑस्पिशियस मोमेंट. ओके, जहाँ पे ही सॉ दैट देयर वाज अ सडन क्लैमर. Okay, there was this clamor in the air. Okay, it was like a loud noise in the air. There was some confusion in the air, and then he rushes and he sees that there's an unfurling of the thong roll. Okay, उनका एक traditional चीज़ जो होती है thong roll, उस which is a for religious picture. ओके, जिसको जनरली वो लोग एम्ब्रॉयडरी करके वो बनाते हैं वो पिक्चर का. तो इट वॉज अनफर्लिंग, मतलब उसको जैसे हम फ्लैग होइस्टिंग करते हैं, अनफर्लिंग द फ्लैग करते हैं, वैसे उसको अनफर्ल किया था. ओके, एंड देन ही गॉट अ चांस टू विटनेस दैट इवेंट ऑन द लास्ट डे when he was in Thimphu, and his guide tells him that it is one of the most, the guide tells him that you were fortunate enough to witness this auspicious moment. And that's what the author also thought, that maybe, okay, this was a good omen. This was something that tells me that I need to visit this place one more time in my life. So बच्चों, जब आप भी घूमने जाते हो, observe a lot of things about that place, okay, and do ensure that whenever you come back from your trip, okay, you write down about it. जब आप लिखते हो, आप उसको याद करते हो, you know how much that place you've seen in detail, and then you can pass it over to your friends saying that, see, I went to this place and have visited that place, and these are the beautiful things that I came across. So children, always ensure that you write about that place when you come back, okay, an essay, a small essay, okay, about that place and share it with your friends. And if you get a chance to visit this beautiful country, Bhutan, definitely go for it. So now children, quickly answer the back exercises and learn the difficult words, the important words and their meanings also.